Sauvignon Blanc.
You're live.
The Pinot Grigio. Stuart Rev Donald.
We're live.
And food and translator. The world's class chef. I was the chef of the casserole. I made the casseroles in the frozen food department. For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or want to know. Four-time Taste Award finalists. 10-time award winners. They are the Singular Dining. I can stew on Anthem Talk 165.
Well, good morning and welcome to another edition of the Sip and Chew Show. Lou,
Yes, sir.
do you know it's our anniversary?
Next week, yeah.
Well, yeah, Monday, I mean Tuesday actually, but
Yeah, so we would
Let's see,
celebrate it next week.
yeah.
Today is the final broadcast of our 13th season.
yes.
Yeah.
But I remember our first show, it was on Cinco de Mayo
Yeah.
on Sunday, and we had our,
Which is the only reason either one of us remember the day.
that's right. And we had our first guest ever was Armando from the Los Rancheros and Aztecas and Haciendas and Miguel, which they have gone on and created such an empire,
Yes, they
what
have.
they do. But welcome to the Sip and Chew Show. This is our little empire right here. So we live up in our,
Met the same fate as the Aztecs.
we don't have any ivory towers, but we do have a microphone.
Yeah. We have a bully pulpit.
There you go. We can hide, I can almost hide behind this microphone, but sometimes Steve's looking at us like, y'all are. Anyway,
He's like, this ain't the gardening show.
so anyway, hope you wish us a happy anniversary,
Or don't.
please, or don't. Yeah,
Yeah. Do what you want.
that's right.
Big whoop.
That's right. That's right. So, but speaking of Cinco de Mayo, it also happens to fall on Taco Tuesday,
Mhm.
which I will partake in those events.
You gonna go to Mediterranean Sandwich Company and get one of those Mediterranean tacos?
No, who knows? We may go to probably go to Aztecas.
Yeah.
Every time we try to go to Hacienda San Miguel on Taco Tuesday, well, on Cinco de Mayo, it's just packed.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I'm sure Aztecas will be too. Which is good that
What you do is
restaurants
you
need
go
it.
later.
Yeah.
Go later. So we'll have to starve until then, eat some bread or
Or
something.
go for breakfast.
Well, you know what? I've seen them serve it like after midnight.
Have you ever had chilaquiles?
No.
It is eggs and tortillas that are simmered in a spicy tomato sauce.
Oh,
Delicious. Very, very traditional breakfast in Mexico, Texas, New Mexico, areas like that. Chilaquiles, pronounced like or spelled like chilaquilos.
okay.
Yeah, it is terrific. The Aztecas on Airport, I've had their chilaquiles, which they did with a tomatillo sauce, salsa verde, instead of a red tomato sauce. It's still terrific.
I think they stay open late anyway because they catch a lot of those nurses and doctors and medical staff getting off work.
Plus, what
Needing
college
margarita.
do live, they do live on campus or
Yeah.
near campus. They would get some business off of them late night too.
Yeah.
We've never talked about it that much on here, but the University of South Alabama is quite an anomaly among universities as far as what they do for their community generating revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is you go to Tuscaloosa, you go to the University of Alabama, and you've got the Strip where everyone goes. You go to Auburn, you've got Toomer's Corner. I mean, Auburn is such a great market that you would be shocked to know how many restaurants had their proving restaurant in Auburn, Alabama. And just a quick list is Mama Goldberg's, naturally, but Chicken Salad Chicks.
Yep.
It's not Fusakli's, Guthrie's, which was the first chicken tender only restaurant. There's just been a ton that because college towns are great markets for that. South Alabama does not provide that for their community. And a lot of businesses will go in there thinking, oh, we've got this huge college right next to us. This is a lock. And it is not a lock because South Alabama is a commuter school. Something like 80% of the students that go there get out of class, go home, and mama cooks dinner for them. But Mike and I both know that's something that has plagued that little area there for a long time.
There's been a number of bars and restaurants that tried to make it
Yeah.
around that area.
Like Mama Goldberg's, yeah,
Yeah.
that was just always empty that one.
Mm-hmm.
It was the lowest volume in the whole chain.
Well, even within campus,
Mhm.
their food court itself, they had a good
Yeah.
start to several different, like Quincy's and stuff like that. But then it just
But
went.
here's the-
Quiznos, I'm sorry.
Here's the
and
thing
then-
too, it's their meal tickets. They have, I mean, their food's taken care of
And
on
it's
campus. On campus.
I have had some inside looks at some of the stuff there years ago. I was interviewing for a chef position there, working there, and kind of got to go through. And they have cooked to order kitchens,
Mhm.
so the kids just go in there and
Mhm.
just have anything made to order at any
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And,
That's not on the main campus. That's over on
yeah,
in the dorm area. Yeah.
right.
The
They
one-
do, but
the ones-
really good services like that.
When the brick pit was there,
Mm.
still around, I would hear older, adults bringing their kids there,
Mhm.
to the brick pit. And they said, yeah, I used to eat the brick pit when I went to South or Spring Hill College. And now they're bringing their kids there, but not anymore.
I
But
tell you what really sprang, it really got popular, thanks to partially USA, is Mellow Mushroom.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that one has such a neighborhood vibe to it
Yes.
too.
Yeah, that was the first one in the market and
Yeah.
that I'm aware of, but I love they had mushroom soup.
Their white
Oh.
pizza.
Yeah.
Well, their crust is really different. And I talk about chains that do things well and chains that don't. This is one that does it well. They use a whole wheat crust.
Mhm.
That's healthier for you. For the leavening process, it's normally sugar. They use honey.
Yep.
So all the elements that go into that are just healthier from the bread standpoint of it. And if we eat more real bread instead of, this American sandwich cake that we are used to here,
Mhm.
the bread is not as bad for us.
Right.
It's sandwich bread that is so bad because it has 2 to 3 times as much oil and 2 to 3 times as much sugar.
One of the reasons why gluten is such a problem is because of the way we put
Ah,
it into the
Gluten really is not the issue. It's the genetic modification
That's
of the
what I
wheat
meant.
germ.
Yeah.
And that has led to a rise in celiacs. All of the other stuff, the gluten intolerance, is essentially psychosomatic. It's
I wouldn't agree, but yes.
Yeah. what the sensitivities are. Garrick Ogburn, who's a good friend of ours, chef and follows science, says when they genetically modified the wheat, they created a new protein, not natural to wheat, and that's the one that's giving people problem, not the gluten.
It's the reaction.
But they're just now trying to prove that new protein that it created is, it has to go to 20, 30 years before they can definitively say
Right.
this is a thing. And we did not go through 20 to 30 years on the genetically modified wheat to see if it was healthy for human consumption. We skipped the test trials, just like we did with high fructose
Well,
corn syrup.
saying it's psychosomatic is not accurate.
For a lot of people, there are some people that have that, but I can tell when someone says they go into a pizza place and said, "Oh, I have to have gluten free." No, you don't. You're already in here. The flour's in the air. You're breathing gluten now.
Mhm.
So if you're not reacting there, it's probably not gluten itself. It's something else. And a lot of it is just a reaction to processed food, Steve. Just simply that.
Partially. Yeah.
That's when people go on
I think that's
gluten-free.
in combination with.
Right. When people go on the gluten-free menu diets, what they end up doing is cutting out a lot of the convenience foods they've had their entire life because they're full of gluten. And it's just, it's not the gluten per se, it's the processes that are getting it. And for us to be able to just say definitive that there is gluten intolerance, there's not enough evidence, but there is enough evidence to go, something could be happening.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah.
So it was probably not a good idea for me to eat those banana and mayonnaise sandwiches on white bread late at night.
Ever.
With
At
Hellmann's
no point
mayonnaise?
was that ever. Now he's a Miracle Whip man. He likes to use the same thing for his sandwiches that he puts
I am
on.
a Duke's
on the
guy.
gear.
I am a Duke's guy.
Mhm.
Sorry.
They beat up your
No, I'm not sorry.
251-343-0106. Mike is a Duke's guy.
You want to Duke it out?
Editor Ken Brick, no.
There's that song. There's that song a few years ago. I said, we need to put this in our rotation. It's been in our
It's
rotation.
played every single Sunday at that spot for almost 13
I've had a
years.
rotator too. It's been a rotator, but
Yeah.
Marcus has been.
Well, Charlie didn't rotate.
When paychecks were shrinking.
So we'd have 100 songs in the file and hear the same 7 or 8 every week.
Diaper check.
well, because there's only so many in there and they only rotate you. And what's really weird, and I've tried to cater my, when they ask for promos and stuff that I make,
Yeah.
And
normal systems,
songs. That's why Editor Ken.
you set an odd number, like 6,
Right.
9, so that they rotate unevenly. You know, if you're rotating a promo once per hour, it's not gonna run the same time every day. You know, only that way, there's so many different promos, there's so many different talk shows.
Mhm.
They can just run randomly, so there's no rhyme or reason.
Art, dining, and entertainment that defines excellence on both sides.
It's like, why run a Saturday promo the day after Saturday,
Right.
or Southern Fairways?
Yeah.
But it's in the cards. So that's kind of the thing with, hopefully, it's just gonna, there's a way to
Start your journey
control
by
that.
mobilebaymag.com. That's mobilebaymag.com.
Now, when I was programming over a third channel, we had total control. I could put, say, for example, if I wanted promo to run, I wanted something one to run on 6 o'clock hour only, I could do that.
Yeah.
You know, if I wanted it to run every other hour, I could run that, and then I could take control of each individual element. It's got a pin, but at the same time, you have more ability to sell your audience, you know, your clients, you go out and say, okay, well, I can guarantee you that this spot's going to be, if we got the ability, I can put it in, either. Like, you know, and for the most part, commercials are that way, but the promos, things like that. It's pretty loose.
Automatic door openers that allow them to function independently and focus on their recovery and family.
You just gotta kind of, you know, adapt to the system.
So it's a new beginning.
So,
This house is given.
how many freaking Mexican restaurants are there in Mobile?
A lot.
Jeez.
The Retire Right Radio with Paul
I
Roberts.
was looking and Googling and here and I, you know, they're rolling, what is this, the 1, 2, 3,
Paul is the president advisor with Robert Wealth Management. These are some of the largest life savings you'll ever make in your lifetime. I want to make as many members of
17, 18, 19, 20, right there on the top of it. You got-
3 p.m.
You got 2 in Sims now.
6-5.
You got 2 in Sims now.
Yeah,
Mike Bailey, Taylor Graham, Donald, devoted to the complete
just kind of look at an area.
experience.
Big butter and eggman.
Like a stew on FM Talk 106.5.
Okay.
Big butt or Eggman, is that what she said? I've got eggs.
Obviously, I don't ever listen to those bumper music because of what I told you earlier. So anyway, hey, we got a couple birthdays.
Okay.
Alec Naiman
I know.
yesterday. Yeah, oh, good old Alec. He's such a great guy.
He really
And
is.
I've done a lot for the community and it's got a great family.
Terrific. man.
Brothers and sisters all working there in this business and got a great name for himself because he's worked hard. And anyway, happy birthday, Alec. Belated birthday. It was yesterday. And then today is Jeremy Austin over in Foley area. He's I think he's partners in the Moe's barbecue over there, and he also owns Magnolia Meats and Groceries right next door to Moe's. And he's just a great guy. Great guy. He's like you. He's an Auburn fan,
Oh.
you know.
He uses a lot of polysyllabic words. Steve, you're from Kansas. Tell him what that means.
I reserve the right to say, David Hubble says, happy anniversary, guys.
Well, thank you, David. Thank you. So, have you
Have you?
so maybe
Oh, okay.
where's what we're gonna find it? Have you looked back and reflected on, damn, this has gone by so fast. 13 years.
Yeah, it seems like just yesterday I said, hey, Mike, next time you get a few minutes, why don't you write down your 10 favorite places on the Gulf Coast? And here we are 13 years later, still waiting on
Well,
you to put number
I'm
one.
kind of in a position where I service a lot of these people.
No, you don't, because I said the whole Gulf Coast from Brownsville, Texas to Key West,
You didn't
Florida.
tell me that
I did
13 years ago.
Yes, I did it every time I
No,
remember.
you didn't tell me that. 13.
Yeah.
I would remember that.
No,
you told me 13 years ago.
You haven't remembered to write any of this down.
So,
And 13 years ago, a lot of these people weren't customers of yours.
well, that's true about that.
So like, is that like being ambidextrous?
Yeah, only with your tongue.
Okay.
I could see that. I could see that.
What was it Billy Crystal used to say? I give my left arm to be an ambidextrous. Anyway,
I never heard that.
yeah, that was an old Saturday Night Live bit. I give my left arm to be.
I could see Dudley Moore saying that. Not anymore now. He's not around.
He gave it all.
Never drank.
What was your most
Buster Brooks.
memorable? Yeah.
He didn't drink either. Yeah.
No,
What was your what show do you remember more than any?
Bo Jackson.
Well, that was a fun time. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was the pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was the whole World Food Championship thing going on there. Because remember, I did the live
Mm-hmm.
where we continue the live that we do on Facebook and
Yeah.
YouTube now for another hour. And I was able to go around and just grab random chefs that were there and do interviews with them. And we were
back
making,
into the archives, see if we can dig some of those interviews up.
oh, good. Then we don't have to come in next week.
I didn't say that.
We got Bo for 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, we had him for 2 segments.
Well, they told us when we did the interview, we did the interview a different day than our day we're in here. And so he called. It wasn't time yet because he's on Eastern time and we're on. So he had to call back. I don't think he was too happy about that, but he called back.
Yeah.
And he sat out in a parking lot of his next appointment and the whole show. And we were told, don't bring up sports. Well, he brought up sports.
Right. He can.
Yeah, he can.
He's Bo Jackson.
Yeah. But it was a great interview. It was a fun interview. It was great to mingle with him at the event.
Yeah. Well,
And-
Steve doesn't know this part. We got to cook with him a couple of weeks later. We had him on, and Danny could tell us more when he comes on in the next bottom of the hour because Danny and David were the ones that put it together.
Ah.
We had a cook-off inside Fort Condy.
Oh, wow.
And Bo was one of the judges there. I was judging it. Did you judge that one, Mike? Or were you just there? And we were there judging. So we got to hang out with Bo all day long. And it was very cool. And I remember my very young girlfriend at the time goes, who is this guy? When we get home, I'll pull up YouTube and show you some clips. He's the greatest athlete of all time. She says, yeah, okay. I pulled it up. She saw, running up the outfield wall after catching the robbing Don Mattingly of a home run when he'd been on like a 30-game slump, and that was going to break his slump. And Bo went over the wall and brought the ball back in, and then threw out the runner from third base with a strike to home plate. She's like, "Oh my gosh, he's like Superman." Yes, yeah. And now he's a big bow hunter. Can you imagine the world's greatest hand-eye coordination operating a bow?
That's what I wanted to ask him. I wanted to talk to him about 2 weeks before we even knew that we were going to interview him. There was a program on ESPN or something, and they were showing Bo's bows. That he made his own bow and arrows and stuff.
Bows.
And I wanted to talk to him about that.
Yeah, and I'm sure but that had nothing to do with food and why it was coming on. But Steve, they took him as part of that weekend. Some guys took him out on a charter boat from Orange Beach. And Bo ends up hooking into about a 500-foot or 500-pound yellowfin tuna.
500-foot tuna.
Yes, that would be some good. But a 500-pound yellowfin tuna, which that's on average 5 to 8 hours to land that. Bo had it on the boat in 3.
Wow.
Because he was as strong as the 500-pound yellowfin tuna. Just
Unreal.
so that for me, especially being an Auburn fan, but I was playing football at the same time Bo was at Auburn. So everything I was doing every day in high school was being paralleled on the playing field that weekend. And so that was really special for me. Also going to the final table of World Food Championships. Remember we went over to New Orleans
Mm-hmm.
to the incredible culinary school there?
Oh my God, that school is something.
It's just amazing. And we got to sit in, and this is of the 500 chefs that entered World Food Championships, myself and Roy Seaver being two of those. These were the 10 best out of all of them competing for $100,000
that year.
grand prize. Yeah. And the lady from Island Casino over in Long Beach is the one that won it. That was because it was in New Orleans, the final menu had to be Cajun Creole food, and she's from Long Beach, Mississippi. And I was like, this is going to be a slam dunk. I just know it. But remember the Indian guy that was in there, Indian chef, his food was incredible. He came really close on the Cajun Creole. He really did a great job on that. But since, with it being in her wheelhouse,
Yeah.
you know, that'd be like, you know, they get to the final table and they tell everybody, you got to make us a burger. Roy's going to do pretty good.
Mm.
You know? So,
But I was just so impressed. I wish what we kind of do over here on Azalea Road. Azalea, that kitchen is just unbelievable.
yeah. Oh, you're talking, well, again, Danny could tell us more about it in the next segment, but the Continental Kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really cool kitchen too. I believe that's Nalfi is what that's called in New Orleans. It's like the New Orleans, it's
No.
part of the museum.
Yeah, it's
The culinary.
sponsored by a lot of the Brennans and a bunch of people like that who started
Booze.
some of the big
That makes
restaurants.
booze blocks. Those tables.
Now
that
is the New Orleans wine and food experience.
yeah,
that
it's
event's
very
coming up.
similar. I think this one may have like one extra letter in it.
Yeah,
It's like the New Orleans
Well,
food
tell me
and heritage.
about the tables.
Oh, the booze block table, the whole table. Remember the 8-foot tables we had in lab in biology class? Imagine them made out of booze blocks. Now, if I wanted a booze blocks cutting board at home, I'm looking at close to $1,000. These were 8-foot tables made out of booze blocks, butcher boards. And I think they said the tables were $2,000 a piece. Cost. They were donated. So that's what the cost was for them. And then they had these giant blocks like you see in a garage, a mechanic's garage, that have power sources that they pull down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Well, they put those over these tables, Steve, so that the kids could pull out whatever appliances they were using that day, put them on their table, plug it in, and then at the end of the day, it just goes back up onto the ceiling out of the way.
And they had a room with
Just
like you
Stadium seating.
Yeah, stadium seating, and then you like when surgeons used to have this.
Yeah.
They do
Like-
surgery
like on
and
Quincy.
people up in the
Yeah.
stands looking down at the surgery like students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had stuff.
But
like
we were able to watch the cooking that way.
Arena style.
It was just Mike took one of the sweetest naps in history in the lobby.
my God.
Sweet segments. And I put a picture of it on Facebook. He is zonk.
251-343-0106 is the call and text in line. Next, we're gonna have Danny Calametti.
Of the brothers Calumet.
Yes, don't miss it.
Have them talk.
I was trying to think of the show.
Coast.
The guys got glasses, cooking show, and they do.
Goes to the big sunny skies.
Um,
With temperatures in the mid
That'd be
70s
great.
tonight, mostly clear, a little bit on the
At least we know he had
White
life
guy with,
But one day,
with glasses.
sunny and.
white guy with glasses. I can't remember the name of the show.
You know what network it's on?
It's Food Network. I think it was Food Network. Alvin Brown. See it?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it's Alvin Brown.
We have also hung out with Alan Brown. You got to meet him for a little bit. Derek and I got to hang out the whole day.
Pretty cool guy.
Yeah. He was intense.
Equipment from tractors to skid steers to UTVs.
He keeps it moving fast, so
Yeah.
Tractor and the other work on Highway 90.
so you don't have to talk to
You'll
him.
miss the TV.
And-
great.
and all that.
Air Hope Rotary.
Party.
Annual Steak cook-off.
There's the inside.
Pretty maniac.
Danny, you there?
I am here.
Fantastic.
Hang on a second, sir. We'll get you on fire.
I got my mic mute.
But I don't.
Century Bank, Volkswagen and Kia of Daphne, and Foresight Advertising. Lanyap is your source for
Side advertising.
news.
Yeah, Alton Brown.
Commentary, cuisine reviews, and arts and entertainment coverage, as well as the best sports pages in Alabama.
Very full of himself.
Local newspaper.
No, not Alton Brown. There we go.
Oh,
Find us around
Yeah, Alton
town.
was one, but no, he's a dark-headed guy.
There's a Lanyap subscription for just 21 cents a day. Not only do you help us continue to do a great paper, you'll also get access to LanyapMobile.com.
Dark-haired people tend not to wear it.
Daily web-only content.
Dark-haired people tend not to wear it.
Daily podcast. Again, it's
Oh, Judson.
pay to sign up for a
Really?
Lanyap digital.
And you're talking about Judson, forget his last name, but like a young Alton Brown. Curly black hair, quirky sense of humor.
Just.
He was the one that won Food Network star when Marty was on. And everyone thought he was the young Alton Brown.
The Eagles reception.
I like this guy.
6 to 8 p.m. at the
Good workout dude.
Oh, that's Robert Irvine. I do not know Robert.
he got
Bobby,
fired.
everybody knows Bobby
He
Flay.
got fired from Food Network.
Yeah, but he's got
And
his,
then he got rehired because people wrote in and wanted to see him.
Yes.
oh, he got fired.
They said he said he couldn't for the Queen.
He made the wedding cake for Princess Diana. So yes, he cooked for the royal family, but that's back when they were out trying to sing. Food Network was too polished and clean, so they started digging up dirt on people.
For more than a decade, Sip and Stew with Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
All righty. We got on the line our friend and just a great guy, Danny Calumetti. I was reading something on my phone, Danny. I'm sorry for the delay.
Yeah,
But anyway,
did he read your description the way you paid him to?
Oh, there you go. Something like that. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm just tickled to death that I always have to make sure I'm listening ahead of time because I never know what you guys are talking about. And this time you actually
we
told
don't know what we're talking about sometimes.
something that's related. So, yeah. So World Food Championships over in New Orleans. That was a super time. So it was Chef Jackie Stevie out of
Thank you. Yeah.
And so that final table, that final dish, he had to cook an entree that would be added to Antoine's menu, and they had not added an appetizer to their menu in 100 years. And so that was the challenge for them. So it couldn't be seafood, but it had to be something that would fit their menu. And she did a duck waffle thing that was just fabulous. It was just a super dish.
Like
So anyway.
was it kind of like a riff on chicken and waffles, but with duck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was such a duck company. It was just fabulous.
Oh, duck confit, that's fantastic.
Oh yeah. It was,
Oh, yeah, Ted.
Yeah. So, but, they're still competing. So, we talk about Best of Billy's Bacon. Chef Mary Moss, who is over there as well. She's the head chef at the steak restaurant over there at Island View. She won Best of Billy's last year and went to compete in bacon and got second in the world in bacon last year. So those they usually have at least 3 or 4. They had 4 last year. 4 chefs competing at World Food Championships in different categories. So they always represent from Island View over there at the World Food Championship. So it's a fun time. So I do need to make, well, speaking of Best of Billy's, we have made a move. We were going to do it the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend, but we had several of our restaurant competitors were really busy, so we pushed it back to the 30th. So same bat time, same bat channel. but it'll be Saturday, May 30th is the Best of Billy's Bacon. So we still got a couple of spots. We're going to go back to some of our restaurants, get them involved. And for the public, it's going to be, there's no charge. You get to sample some of the best of either Billy's Bacon or his pork belly. So it's going to be, it's going to be fabulous time over there. It's 10 to 1. We got Matt Jefferson come play some music, and we got the Baldwin County Humane Society is going to be over there. My friend from the table are going to be there. That's a food feeding the unhoused community as part of the Sea Glass Foundation. So they're going to be cooking, doing some sampling and that kind of stuff as well. So that's the Best of Billy's Bacon thing. So that was one of my big announcements. But the biggest announcement of all is our good friend, Miss Deborah, Deborah, whatever last I know last name's not Halls.
Hodges.
They have signed a contract. They have
Yes.
signed a contract.
Yes.
All Sausage and Wholesale Meat is coming back. They're going to be in Chickasaw, Alabama, right off the interstate there. And she's expecting to have their wholesale meat store open within about 6 weeks.
Ooh.
And plans are they've got all the ducks lined up to break ground and build their sausage factory right next door. And she's hoping to be making sausage by Thanksgiving.
Nice.
That's what she's hoping.
Yes.
So yeah, so that is. I mean, you want to hear a horror story? I mean, the negotiations and the hoops they had to jump through. I mean, she was bringing in. She's bringing in all the Katie Britts and the Stubblevilles and everybody to get that done. The mayor of Chickasaw was instrumental in finally negotiating with the corporate head of sales of real estate with an international company to negotiate the final deal for this small piece of property in Chickasaw, Alabama, in a food desert. I mean, it was just ridiculous what hoops they were having to jump through to make this stuff happen.
And that building has been vacant for what, 5 years, 10 maybe?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous. But the where they crossed the line is one of the legal eagles on this other team challenged her credibility and challenged her, basically called her a liar in one of their conversations. And you don't get her dander up. That was not the done thing. And that brought it to a head. But anyway, it was kind of like he was laughing at one of the conversations. He says, "No, I don't need to talk to that lawyer anymore."
Wow.
I can see Deborah. I can see Deborah.
Yeah. So
You can take the girl out of Agricola, but you can't take the Agricola out the girl.
no, but anyway, that's all well and good.
It's spicy.
And all smiles, and I'm just looking forward to getting me some good sausage in time for my Christmas gumbo. So it'll be really good.
That andouille is so good in cornbread dressing, especially if you're doing like an oyster dressing. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
So we did enjoy the time we got to work with Bo Jackson and all that type stuff. That was a lot of fun working. I will tell you that Bo's just a great guy to work with. He's just so super. But it was interesting. No matter how many times we talked to his marketing folks who were up in Chicago, never once did they ask how's your mama and them. And I think they just don't quite know how to do business down in the South. That may have been one of their downfalls in terms.
Even Paul McCartney asked that question. Both times I saw him in New Orleans, he asked the question after his first song. He'd go, "How's your mom and them?" So Paul McCartney knows how to do it.
Yeah. So anyway, well, yeah. So the food stuff was all good, and I love working with the World Food Championship stuff. We got several different competitions coming up, and Indianapolis is an interesting place to have it. The city of Indianapolis really wanted them to come in, and the state of Indiana wanted them to come in, so they're providing a lot of support. It's interesting. Every time I go up there, to go, man, why can't we get back down to Gulf Shores and Orange Beach? It's like, Well, we're still doing food fights down here, so you guys come participate in our food fights. So we're still working on them, but they're just not quite the same. So anyway, but we got that going on. Still doing a little bit of music. We are doing Cheeseburgers in Paradise next Saturday at the American Legion Lodge over there across from Gambino. So that's May 9th. That's the Lost Shaker of Salt Festival. It's going to be a nice music venue, and they'll have some Cheeseburgers in Paradise over there. So you got to come out and support the Legion over there, and have a tiki have a drink at the tiki bar and a cheeseburger and listen to some great music. So that's
Mike's already ready. He's got the shirt on today.
Well, there you go.
I got me a new shirt too. This is not it, but I've got a new one at home for.
I see four delicious shellfish right in one little panel. There's a scallop, there's an oyster, there's a Maine lobster, and a conch. I love conch. It's delicious.
Never had.
Great big old saltwater snail, basically.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Steve's never had conch fritters before. Oh my gosh.
You guys are gonna have to get on the ball. I'm just sitting there waiting on y'all.
Yeah.
If you wait,
Now we got to find out a place that has conch fritters locally. Danny, you know of a place? I'm sure someplace over on the Redneck Riviera does them.
I'm sure we could probably find some. I don't know one, but I will put my feelers out. It's about conch fritters. We'll have to figure that part of it out. I have managed to parlay that New Orleans trip into several different tours around Andres down in over in the Bourbon Street area over there. So that's been nice to get over there and make friends with the owners. 5th generation owner. So that's been nice to meet those folks, and tour their back rooms and that kind of stuff, and show off my credentials a little bit. Again, I don't know. There's people that ask me, "Man, you must be a good chef." I said, "No, I'm not a good chef. I just happen to know folks who are good chefs." So that's what we got. So anyway, but yeah, so we're just staying busy, and I'm just tickled to death about Halls and Deborah getting that back rolling again, and
Absolutely.
Get our best abilities is coming there. We that's going to be fun. We've got some. I already got some good competitors that are lining up and eager to take their shot at getting a golden ticket to go compete in bacon. And we're getting our feet lined up. We've got another bacon contest coming up in August. We're working with, speaking of the golf, we're working with the Coastal Chamber. They're doing our 4th annual Coastal Tailgate Challenge, the last part of August, right before SEC football.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be another big bacon event.
Do you do anything with Cinco de Mayo at all, David? Any?
I drink. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, I got a continental cuisine or continental kitchen question for you. Is Grub to Go one of y'all's one of the people?
Absolutely.
I thought so. They're doing some really great stuff. We had them call in about 2 months ago, and I follow them on TikTok and just doing some really incredible food out of that.
They do, and they're just great gals to work with. I can call them gals, but anyway, they're great folks to work with. Well, so the interesting, I think I was talking about Rachel Higginback over at Davidson, and a couple of the girls graduated from her program over at Davidson, so that's cool too. So anyway,
Yeah. About a minute here, last here, Danny. What's the contact information or the information where we can find all these wonderful events?
well, it's going to be at my Facebook page, either Danny Calamity or Alabama Coasting. That's for Best of Billy's Bacon. Of course, Billy's got his spot out there as well. You can find all that at Billy'sBacon.com. So he's got a big social media presence out there. And then the Lost Shaker Salt, that's going to be at American Legion 199. So they got that stuff online as well. So we're all good to go.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
All right, man.
Buddy, thank you. I appreciate you.
My ears always get scratchy when I talk to you guys. I don't know why that is. But anyway, y'all take care now.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, that'll help that out.
Well, I'm glad Deborah and them gonna get rolling here.
Yeah. And Tiki Bar on the beach there in Fairhope sounds like a fun weekend.
I've been to it before. It's great.
Yeah, give the number, Mike.
513-430-106. It's the call or text in line. Do it like Danny did. That's where
For the American League, yes. So for your final say, we got a good little text here, I think, okay?
For more than 50 years, Mobile Bay Magazine has showcased the history, style, arts, dining, and entertainment that defines excellence on both
One more
sides.
segment.
Quit my, whatever medications I'm taking in the morning.
Culture.
I take my blood pressure medicine at night, so if there's any dizziness or any of that with it, I'm asleep for it, and they say it works better if you take it at night too.
Faces and untold
I
stories.
don't have that issue yet. The only thing I take is metformin
Mag.com.
and,
That's mobilebaymag.com.
panthenol.
Did you know you may be at risk of vision loss?
Well, I take a acid reflux.
Heritage for
I take
the Blind
one,
recommends
I take 2 a night.
by scheduling a vision screening today.
Same here.
If you
Have you experimented any with papaya extract?
Heritage for the Blind.
My brother and his wife used to do that if they knew they were gonna eat something that upset their stomach, anything spicy.
Heritage for the Blind.
And the enzymes in the papaya help break things down. You can take it like
Blind health and aids the blind and visually impaired. They accept cars, vans, and trucks. It doesn't.
Yeah. I love aloe water too. I love coconut milk.
Yeah.
A friend of mine one time goes, coconut milk tastes okay, but it's like drinking sweet spit. And that's why it's good for you.
It's kind of funny. I was telling Phil, I said, I've been trying to lose, some extra pounds here. And I keep drinking soy with my IT. What else do you do with, between whey and soy to gain weight?
Sometimes.
It just didn't dawn on me. It's like, duh, Steve, don't be put that crap on about what's coconut milk. So the gal this morning, she said, you changed up a little bit. I said, yeah. She said, why don't you try oat milk? And I said, what do you feed horses to get this? Oops.
Oat flour is a really good. I have done a gluten and meat-free chicken fried steak before. I call it chicken fried not steak. It's portobello mushroom caps, but I use oat flour for the batter and oat flour to make the milk or to make the gravy. So it would be gluten free as well.
Well, I wasn't, mine now ex. I guess it's been about 12 years ago now.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
About 11, 12 years ago, she was having issues. So I'm tracked it down to just
When the event talk, 165. Like South Alabama's most recognized guide and tournament angler.
He just told me that himself down
This
against
weekend.
me.
Talk
But
once.
if you could see, I kept having his
On Dalton Street.
restricting it to certain ones. Unlike you, I think there's a certain
Inventory.
amount of it at that time, I think is close to filling in food.
Yeah, it's that. And what doctors have done is doctors have used gluten as what they give what they diagnose hypochondriacs for.
106. Now back to Mike and
Okay, so Michael, what is wrong with you, sir?
I just found somebody in the food industry. I never knew they had a Facebook page. I just found it, so I'm tagging them.
Mike is on
the shrimp-
Facebook more than a
lady.
12-year-old girl.
The shrimp lady.
Oh, the shrimp lady in Satsuma?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how people found out about on social media. Where you been?
Oh, a great text here. I think will help you guys. It says, good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for what you do. Isn't it an honor to share your platform on 106.95 FM? So, yes. What are your thoughts? Don asks, what are your thoughts on the blessings of the fleet for our coastal fishermen and shrimpers? Do you feel like we will finally have control one day of our imported seafood and give it back to those men and women that fulfilled their lives around the family and the industry here in Mobile?
I wish. That is my answer. I wish we would do that. One of the things that I was looking forward to with Robert Kennedy Jr. going in, being the food czar, was him addressing the issues with seafood importation into this country. It's the stuff that's being imported, if it were being inspected, would not be legal to sell. So the solution is they just don't inspect it. Simple as that.
Money under the counter kind of thing?
Yeah, it's lobbying. Monsanto, which bought the Bayer Aspirin company and changed their name to Bayer, thinking no one would notice. they have their hands in the pockets of every politician. I remember, was it 2008? Was that that was the election between Barack Obama and John McCain? And
So, yeah.
Monsanto had a memo get leaked that said, for Monsanto employees, do not worry about the results of the upcoming election. We have already secured a friend in the White House, regardless of which party wins. Barack Obama's first appointment to his cabinet was Tom Vilsack, a former governor from Iowa and a 30-year lobbyist for Monsanto. So, and
There's your answer.
it didn't matter that Barack Obama got elected president. Whoever was electing president was naming Tom Vilsack the head of the USDA. And he's a man. Iowa, the farmers in Iowa didn't want a governor from Iowa to have anything to do with food and agriculture.
I like this.
That's one of the first states that all of the experimentation on hybrids.
It's like putting the fox in charge of
Exactly what it was. And then a few months later, they created the food czar position, who had veto power over the head of the FDA, even though technically he worked under her. But he could veto anything on the food thing. And I'm trying to remember his name, Michael. Huffington Post called him the man who's responsible for the most foodborne illness in history.
Wow.
And they put him in charge of the FDA. So, and like I say, it's not a party thing. Had it been John McCain, if it wouldn't have been these two guys, it would have been two other guys that worked for Monsanto.
Don, thanks for the text.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jarhead on the line, by the way.
Oh, all right.
All right, Jarhead's here to save the day.
No. I just wanted to say happy almost anniversary to you guys. Did I hear it right? It's on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Well, hell, I don't know.
And Taco Tuesday.
You can stop by with your donation if you'd like.
And Steve will eat anything you want to bring him. Phil too. Phil never says no to a free meal.
What's that? Cinco de Mayo or Star Wars Day?
The food's better on Cinco de Mayo.
May 4th.
Yeah.
Be this. How would you say?
May the
that?
4th be with you.
May the Cinco be with you. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, I come Cinco de Mayo hate to fall on a Friday or a Saturday.
Look,
Get up and go to work the next day.
May the 4th be with you. I don't think I never food never crosses my mind when I'm thinking of Star Wars. Never.
Well,
crosses my mind.
here's the thing is you've got Cinco de Mayo right after May the 4th be with you. What you have to worry about from the Cinco de Mayo is the Revenge of the 6th. Because, yeah.
I was trying to go there. I was trying to go there. That's where my brain was going. This is why I don't do Cinco de Mayo, because I can't think anyway.
Because he's suffering from the Revenge of the 6th.
Too many times.
I suffered that on occasion during Mardi Gras. Right after our parade.
Yeah. Mike has maybe suffered that once or twice this week.
You don't have to worry about it.
I have amnesia now, so for all that, I don't remember anything else.
Yeah, if you remember what you did wrong, you didn't drink enough, right, Mike?
That's it.
At least when we were young and doing that stuff, we didn't have Facebook, so
Or camera phones. Or camera phones.
I love it when they catch one of these people having a meltdown and they put it on YouTube and someone's defending them going, how would you like it if somebody took your worst day? They didn't take their worst day. They took their Thursday. Those people are like that all the time.
Yeah.
And nobody has a meltdown that goes viral that's the only meltdown they've ever had.
You just got caught. That's what that is.
I'll tell you. So
Well, we appreciate you calling in,
thanks
Jarhead.
for listening, Jarhead. I hope
Maybe I'll win a nappy this year.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Vote.
Yeah, that's it. Vote. One of our earlier callers from way back is John from downtown Fish River, and I hope he's listening to us out there. wherever he's at. And I hear sometimes he does
Mhm.
from his daughter that he does get to watch us on the YouTube or something like that. So, but
The YouTube. You heard that, right, Steve? The YouTube.
Yeah.
Laurel, Mississippi, representing.
Or over there by the
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah. But John, if you're listening to it, Cookie, Cookie used to call in a lot, but I think her Sports Illustrated phone broke.
Yeah.
So that's all in much. I don't know.
Well,
He
when
was
you
always
sign up for Ma Bell, they
He was
give you a
always
phone, and why would you get a new one if you got one for free? in
They don't do that
1952?
anymore. They don't do
Well, Ma Bell's not around.
that. I know. But,
Consumer Cellular has a great deal.
I hear it all the time on the radio, even on this station.
What?
I think.
Consumer Cellular?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I tell you what I enjoy. I
I check on
enjoy.
my ARP page all the time to see if I got a deal.
I enjoy when we went out to California
Yeah.
for the award show.
Yeah. This show took us out to Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we wanted to be.
Yeah.
What'd you do in Beverly Hills? Say shop.
Mobilies. We're
Ah.
mobilies.
We did a whole thing because the listeners sponsored us going out for the award show.
Oh, nice.
They,
We were one of 6 finalists, and we have been since then a second time for best food and beverage radio program in the nation.
Right.
And we walked the red carpet
Mhm.
and got the star treatment. Got the my favorite part was the chocolate bar. They gave us a chocolate bar that was 72% cacao, which to me is the perfect amount, and 97% THC because it was California and legal. And one of us, not anyone on air right now, had too much chocolate bar.
You crawl the red carpet. Folks, got to support local, be local, buy local. Thanks for listening all these years, and we'll see you next year on Mother's Day.
All right. Oh, Mike, you forgot something.
Oh yeah, what?
Provolone. You shut us down. Shut us down, Mike. Shut us down now.